Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Y'all already know. Welcome to the page. Like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. Because you could be doing anything with your time right now. And you're sitting here, standing, whatever it is you're doing, you're locked in, you're focused. And I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of things you could be doing, millions of videos. So you taking time is money for me. You know what I mean? I know not everybody value their time. They say they do, but you could tell who values their time by what they do with their time. So when I see people locked in and I see the little views that I do get, I do appreciate you guys for that because that's your time. And you sitting there or whatever it is you're doing, listening to me and what I got to say. So, and for all the new viewers that the algorithm just happened to be on my side and y'all stumbled upon this video, or maybe some of my subscribers shared it to you, however it came across to you, I appreciate you, man. Not all my messages is going to apply to everybody. So if it don't apply, let it fly. Share that with a family member, a friend, an associate. We never really know what somebody's going through. And sometimes just hearing things at the right time is all it takes for us to kind of shift a little bit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's been a couple weeks. Life been lifing. I apologize on my part. I take accountability. I gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? My last video was maybe like 3-4 weeks ago. It was opinion of a married man. I had my man Stan making a guest appearance. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, brother. Hopefully we could collab on something else because it did get a decent amount of views. So, you know, come again, man. You're always welcome. And anybody who want to come and you want to speak, listen, we all got a mouth, you know what I mean? Just make it make sense, because I got a very low tolerance for stupid shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so like I said, I take accountability for my part. I try to do a video every 2 weeks, but it's just been crazy. But it's no excuses. I'm gonna do better, and that's what life is, man. Owning up, you know what I'm saying? Taking accountability for your faults, your flaws, things you've done, promises you made, things you committed to doing. Don't get mad because you made a promise to somebody and you couldn't fulfill. And then when they call you out on it, you get upset with them. Nah, dog, no matter how they said it, you got to take accountability for that. That's you. You know what I mean? So I want to clear the air, right? I don't want you guys to think, because most of my videos is is geared to relationships, right? And most of them is geared to me kind of giving a man's perspective on what we kind of go through in a relationship, or what our significant other, which is a woman, what they could be doing or what they could not be doing. And it might kind of seem one-sided. You know what I'm saying? So for all my woman viewers out there, I don't know how much of them. I mean, I can't really see who my subscribers are. Sometimes it lets me know a new subscriber, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't really know how YouTube kind of works yet. I'm not really a social media guy. Yes, I got a platform, but I'm new to this. I'm still an amateur. I'm still stretching. I'm still out of my element. This is not something I do. I'm sure I could tell. I mean, I probably don't look too uncomfortable because it's a little bit more than 2 years now. So I'm getting a little better and better, but I could still be doing things. You see me fumbling words from here and there, probably using the wrong word in the context or something. So if that ever happens, forgive me for that. I'm an Aries. Patience is very thin. I need to learn to slow down and just kind of just flow. And sometimes I'm just so passionate about it that I just want to get what I need to get out my mouth, because none of this is rehearsed. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just, off the top. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is an unbiased page. This is my unbiased opinion. You know, this is a gift, a skill that I have that I could take my feelings out of the situation and give you a logical aspect and not a feeling, emotional based opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but back to what I was saying. I want us to win, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of the videos might feel like I'm attacking women, and I'm sorry you guys feel that way. Maybe it's because the passion, the tone of my voice kind of goes up, but that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? I just feel that we all need to put in the work, man and woman. Men need to put in the work on themselves and what they could bring to the table, what they could be doing more of, and unlearning a lot of things that they were taught and adapted from childhood to young adolescent to however old you are. Because just because you older doesn't mean you're mature. You know what I'm saying? People kind of have that backwards, feeling like, oh, well, this person's older, so they're mature. No, I know a lot of older people in their 60s, their 70s. That's not mature. They might be mature in certain areas, but when their feelings and triggers and things get involved that makes them have emotional responses, that's what happens. They're not really being logical. They're letting their emotions talk for them. You know what I'm saying? And we all know emotions is never going to supersede intelligence. You know, we have to learn to kind of, when we get triggered by something, breathe, focus, think before we talk. And if we're that tight and triggered, we need to just have the conversation another time. Don't have a conversation if you're very upset, you're angry, you're triggered, you're pissed, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to come off emotional. You know what I'm saying? And if you come off emotional, you're going to be speaking on your perception and not necessarily what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your gender, whether you're a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? We both do get emotional, but we do know facts that women are naturally more emotional than a man, even if we're not triggered. So imagine when you're triggered now. And this is the kind of thing that sometimes I'll be asking myself, like, is what I'm trying to do right now even possible? Because sometimes I get into a discussion or a heated debate that turns into an argument with my significant other or a lady friend or a family member. And when you guys get upset, you get very emotional, and 1 plus 1 is not two anymore. 1 plus 1 is 11. Sometimes just to have a answer, just to have a response. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of makes things worse because if you're a masculine man like myself, if we see that this conversation is not going to go at a logical aspect, to me, I'm not having a conversation no more. Once I see you start letting your emotions supersede your intelligence, I'm going to shut the conversation down, and because you're not making any sense right now. And by me telling you you're not making any sense is even trigger you even more because you're already there. For whatever the reason it is, you're already there by something I said or what happened, and you're really on that emotional roller coaster. So what's the point of me having a conversation? Because guess what? Soon I might jump on that emotional roller coaster. See what I'm talking about? Soon I might jump on that emotional roller coaster because I'm not liking the responses that's coming out your mouth because they're not making any sense. They're coming from an emotional aspect and you're not really thinking. You know what I'm saying? You think you're thinking, but you're thinking from your feelings. And once you start doing that, because I have no patience, I'm going to get off the phone. Because if I stay on the phone, I'm going to jump on that bandwagon. And trust me, most men, no matter what the situation is, 1 plus 1 is always going to be 2. Doesn't matter if I'm mad, angry, sad, upset. depressed, 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. But when we're having a argument and the man is coming from a logical place and the woman is not seeing that, because 9 times out of 10, I mean, we're not going to say who knows what the argument is about, right? But I can't speak for all men, but I'm speaking for the men that take accountability. And for the most part, most men kind of do if they see what they did wrong. You know what I'm saying? If we did something wrong, we're going to own it. We're going to stand on our 10. We're going to take accountability. We're going to apologize. Excuse me, social media. I apologize for that. See? Look, we're going to apologize. And then after we apologize, we're going to give you the reason and excuse for doing whatever we did or didn't do that got you upset. Because you would hope there has to be a reason. Everybody should have a reason for doing what they do, or you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though. That's just my opinion. I would hope everybody has a reason. Doesn't make it right, but there should be a reason there. You know what I'm saying? It might not make sense to the next person, but I need to hear that reason. But before I hear that reason, you need to take accountability first. You know what I'm saying? Own it, eat it, apologize, and then give your reason. Don't go into the argument when you know you're wrong and your partner points you out on something. And instead of you taking accountability for what they pointed you out on, you come in with your reason. That does not work, social media world. You know what that leads into? That leads into an ongoing tennis match, a tit for tat. I hit the ball to you, you hit the ball to me, I hit the ball to you, and now we're going nowhere. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna give you an example. In the past, say I have an issue with my significant other, I would come and I would express the issue, what they did or what they didn't do, or how I was affected by something, whatever it is. The whole point is I had the issue and I came to the table and expressed myself. Now, after I expressed myself, you know what most people who have no emotional intelligence, what they would do? They would hear you, feel attacked, and then serve the ball back to you by saying, well, you do this, or when you did that, or this, that, and the third. That doesn't go anywhere. All that is going to lead to an explosion, to an argument, depends on your character. So let me speak for me, what it does for me. What it does for me, it makes me shut down and not even want to talk no more. Because I'm the one who had the issue. You was fine. You was going about your day, chilling, diddly dallying, whatever you was doing. I came to the table, expressed myself, and after I expressed myself, I'm looking forward to hearing. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm looking forward to hearing somebody listen to what I had to say. If you were wrong, take accountability for it, and if you feel you weren't wrong, come back. This is how your response should go, right? To not have an argument, let me tell you how, let's role play, right? I came to the table. You know what? When you did this or when you didn't do this, it kind of made me feel a certain way and da 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 yada yada yada. Could go this way. It could go either go A, well, I apologize for me doing that or for me forgetting that or for whatever it is that you're complaining about. I apologize for that. And then you give your reason for why you didn't do that or why you forgot that or something might have happened while you forgot. You know what I'm saying? Or it could go B. Well, I heard what you said and I apologize that you took it that way, but that's not the case at all. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe it's just miscommunication. Maybe we just kind of I wasn't explaining myself correctly, but I apologize you took it that way. Let me explain myself and let you know how I seen it or how I was looking at it. Boom. There's no argument after that. You listen to the person who came through and expressed themselves. You heard them. My mouth is kind of dry. Social media world. Sorry. Some red wine. It's good for the heart. Yeah, there's no argument after that. They came through, they expressed themselves, they felt heard, you took accountability, you didn't throw it back at them, you didn't get defensive, your pride and ego didn't get in the way, and you still got to speak your piece. Now everybody's happy. That's how it should go. But 9 times out of 10, in all my years on this planet Earth, no matter who I was dealing with, that was a woman or an emotionally person who has no intelligence when they're emotional, their pride and ego will get in the way and they will feel attacked, they will get defensive, and they will kind of just flip it on you. So now everything I just expressed doesn't get solved because now you're hitting the ball back to me. Now you're telling me your complaints now. Now, you didn't have no complaints before I came to the table with mines. But now, after I expressed myself, we didn't even address my shit. I just said what I needed to say. You heard it. You got triggered. Your pride and ego went up. You got defensive. And now you want to put the ball back in my court now. Where's that going? That goes nowhere. That's leading to an absolute 100% argument because you wasn't talking about nothing until I came and said my piece. Now we should address my piece. And then after we address my piece, then you have the whole floor to now bring to the table whatever it is you want to say now, the floor is yours. That's how we should kind of go about handling that. You know what I'm saying, social media, bro? Let's kind of try that with our significant others. And in my world, the only reason why I say, because don't get me wrong, there are some men that do that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't come across men like that. Maybe because I don't associate with characters. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, anybody who's doing that, especially if you're a man, you're a character. You know what I'm saying? Because you should be able to listen to understand. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to respond. I kind of expect that from a woman because, like I said, on my all these years on earth, I'm sorry, it's not me bashing you. Not all women are the same. I can only speak for my personal life and what I've seen in my life. They all did that. Every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? And we need to become more self-aware what we're doing. So as we're doing it, you go like, I'm doing it again. Because depending on how old you are, it's hard to just break that habit. Especially if you've been doing something for countless amount of years without even acknowledging and knowing that you've been doing that. So let's kind of try that. Let's try that with our significant other, social media world. Men, be more better. Let's be the leaders that we are and speak to our women with a nice tone, kindness, make them feel welcoming and opening to, because we know it's a possibility, and I'm not going to even shoot it out to men and women. We know it's a possibility when we're talking to our significant other and we're telling them something that they might not like. Let's try to dress it up a little bit because the whole point is for them to understand what we're saying. It's not I'm going to beat you in the head and, make you feel like shit and you're stupid. No, because it's not going to get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You want this person to stop the behavior. You guys want to grow. Y'all want to keep leveling up and growing. So if we nip this in the butt, we keep excelling, we keep growing. So let's be mindful, be aware. We're about to go have a conversation with our significant other. Let's watch our tone. Let's spoon feed them, put sprinkles and rainbows. And, it might sound stupid. You might be like, well, what I got to do that for? My man, the reason why you got to do that is because you want her to get it, right? You want her to hear you. You want her to understand you. And you want the problem to be rectified. So it doesn't matter how it gets rectified as long as it's rectified. If you have to do that for it to get rectified, then do that. Same thing with women. If you're talking to your man and you know your man, he's his pride and ego. We men naturally have a pride and ego thing. I mean, now in this day and age and world, it's kind of here and here with men and women. But naturally, it's more of a man that has the pride and the ego complex. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, when you come to your man, dress it up. Listen, y'all have the gift and the charm to get anything y'all want out of a man. With just your tone, your softness, your femininity, your kindness. Be surprised. Just be mindful. Be self aware of how you approach that man. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get what you want. Don't come with the badgering and the nagging and expecting him to get it. Because at the end of the day, guess what? The whole point is for him to get what you're saying so I can rectify the issue so the issue can stop. It's your boy Sincere J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Hope that made sense. Yo.